Hey guys, it's me, Parker. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing love readings today for the Venus transit. Sorry. We had Venus in Gemini for a really long time. Normally it's in a sign for like a month or so, or maybe two. But yeah, it's been in Gemini since the beginning of April. Moving into Cancer finally. So big energy shift that happened today. On the heels of a pretty powerful Aquarian full moon, which is really interesting. Rebel, innovator, new rules kind of energy. And there's a lot going on astrologically right now. So definitely Capricorns are going to be really affected by this because by the way, I didn't mention I'm doing earth signs. I was going to do air, and then for some reason I got pulled on by earth signs, so I guess you guys are going first. Yeah, Capricorns are heavily affected at this time because they are the opposite end of, they're on the same axis as Cancer, they're the opposite sign. As well as Gemini and Sagittarians because Venus moving out of their axis as well. And this is all kind of corresponding with the North and South node switch from Cancer Capricorn to Gemini Sagittarius. And we also have Saturn, Capricorn's ruler, returning, retrograding, wrapping it up. It's doing this dance in the last degree of Capricorn before it wraps up its Saturn return. It's putting a lot of pressure on everyone, particularly Capricorns. And Taurus is really heavily affected at this time as well, just because we had that Aquarian full moon, and I believe it was squaring, but at the very least, it is aspecting to Uranus, Aquarius's ruler, which is sitting in your sign. And earth signs don't really like to get too muddy, especially if you have a lot of air and earth in your chart, and there's a lot of Cancerian energy going on right now, so, I hope you guys are doing okay with that. Yeah, and we've got so Venus, our divine feminine, our sacred feminine, moving into Cancer from Gemini. And we have a really long transit in Mars in the sacred masculine as well to the end of the year at home in Aries. We're in the shadow retrograde for that. So I don't know why I feel the need to, I was seeing the Emperor a lot and I kept hearing Cusper. So if any of you guys have Aries in your chart, you're definitely going to be feeling this transit as well because we have this dance going on with masculine and feminine. And we have Mars in Aries and the moon's in Aries right now as I'm recording this as well. So there's a lot going on. But, oh, right, that's so funny. I cut to that earlier. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, like, when I kind of looked at the card. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with a Leo or have Leo in your chart, or you've been struggling over the last few weeks as we moved from Cancer into Leo season, because I kept seeing the Chariot as well. But this is Leo and Aquarius speaking to the axis as well as Taurus and Scorpio. So I kept seeing that as well as King of Cups being really in your fields. That's speaking to that Cancerian energy that we're in, and we have a lot of that right now. Oh, funny, the Tower was under that. And I shuffled these a bunch to get them ready, so your guys' energy is already in here. So yeah, let's see. Oh, by the way, I just went to the store to grab something. And I got home and realized I had like a giant chunk of cheese like stuck in my hair from dinner. Nice. The dude must have been like, what the fuck? So funny. So, general reading for elementals, focusing from the perspective of earth signs, but time and energy is not linear. So if I'm referencing a situation, it could have already happened. You could be in the middle of it right now. Could be about to happen. That's the 8 of Wands. I kept seeing the 10 as well. Again, speaking to that fire, Leo energy. Aquarius, that axis. There's a lot of that energy right now. affecting everyone. Man, woman, when I say masculine and feminine, that's just the energy that they're in, but that's just how we give and receive energy. We have mask and femme within us, right? Balancing our energy. We give and receive to ourselves and others. It's just what that refers to. And I'm going to be mentioning signs, but it's just the energy they're in, you know. I do recommend looking up your Venus sign for these readings, right? As I was saying that, like, a feminine shows up. Just because, you know, they are intended for Venus transit, but really any reading you guys can click on, and you guys can click on if it resonates, you know, then it's, you know, I've had messages come through for like, from like signs that I don't even have in my chart at all. Well, that's kind of annoying. Okay. Anyways, all right, Earth signs. Ooh, Judgment Day. Ooh, okay. We have a lot of this judgment energy right now because that is Saturn. That's what Saturn does. It's like karma. It's like the rules and regulations of the zodiac, right? Karma lessons. Judgment Day. Yeah, and with that last push through Capricorn, we're getting a lot of that energy. That really wrapping stuff up. Ooh, wow. 10 of Swords. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, this is like pain. This is like laid out. In this one, I see the 9, so someone might be having a hard time sleeping, especially the way that the mind, swords are our mental acumen. It's like our mental processes. The Ace here, crowning. So I see that as the 9 breaking down to the 1. That's the end of the sword cycle. Very painful, very mentally confusing energy. But the Wheel of Fortune is pushing that forward already here. We only have 3 cards out. Spirit, heavy spirit, indication of spirit can be a resurrection, can be like hope as well, like a dawn breaking sort of energy. I've been getting that a lot in the readings lately. And this is like something coming in. It's Jupiter. It's fortune, luck, expansion, opportunities. And that dude with that sword there is kind of looking at this. So something's changing for sure with this energy. So we'll see what that's referring to. Possibly through this judgment call or spirits bringing something in to facilitate this with that Wheel of Fortune energy. Whoa, okay. Wow. Oh, holy shit. Okay. So Virgo showing up. Okay. You could be a Virgo watching this. The Hermit looks for the star in his lantern there. In this deck, he's actively seeking the star. The star is just personal wish fulfillment. This is a great example because he looks for the star in his lantern. The star, the major is the star, but the minor is this 9 of Cups. So it's interesting that we have the minor arcana to the star, which is what he's seeking, which is like, if you think of the cup cycle, like the Ace of Cups is like a cup, which is our emotions, our feels, right? So if you have a cup, what's it full of? It could be full of self-love. It could be, sharing your cup with another person, right? The 9 cycle, the 9 is like the last before the 10, which is when 2 people who are sitting in this, it's like the single version of the 10, because the 10, it's the sum of the 2 parts makes the 10, right? So that's just like looking inside for what your true heart's desire is, what truly makes you happy, what truly makes you feel fulfilled emotionally. Not even referring to other people necessarily, but look at this, you guys. This Hermit is really, really looking like huge. Like, this is like a card of like if you're in school and you have a major exam tomorrow and you're literally staying up all night studying, this is the card of that. It's like very studious energy. He's really looking for his wish fulfillment here. Very interesting. It's on the bottom, Queen of Cups, okay. Could be dealing with a water sign. Okay, there's Capricorn energy showing up. Wow, interesting. Wow, okay, it's kind of all coming out on the bottom here. We have a Hierophant. This can be contracts, this can be commitments, this can be marriage, it's higher knowledge, higher learning, especially with that hermit and that studious energy. It can be the Pope, religion, tradition, morals, values, anything like that. So Taurus energy showing up on the bottom here. We have a decision energy, so maybe that's why this hermit is looking so deeply into his lantern there. Seriously, with that Eight of Pentacles, it's like burning the midnight oil on this personal inner process here. And it's very much a card of isolation, but also major for Virgo. It could just indicate a Virgo. There's that Emperor, Aries and Taurian energy I was seeing. Then we have the Devil. So for me, this is just confirming that your guys' Earth energy is present, Capricorn. And then this Queen of Cups on the bottom. So, man, woman, this very well could be you representing in your masculine and your feminine here. But we'll see what's up with that. So let's look at this Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, because the Ten of Swords is like laid out. It's very painful. Very painful energy. Built up. Ooh, despondence. Wow. Despondence. Oof. Hope. Okay. I'm getting a message of hopelessness. I don't know if perception and look. Mirroring. So that's definitely this hermit, which I'm taking as you guys. Could be someone around you that I'm picking up on, or the person you're dealing with. Faith. Wow. Okay. My mouth. I gotta stop before I get too far ahead of myself here. So I was gonna say, and I should have said it, the star itself that he's looking for can be hope. It's like literally a star at night, like you follow home if you're lost, right? It's hope in the dark. That's why he's in the dark, cold and lonely on this mountain doing this inner work, but he's got his star there, right? Hope. And I was going to say with this, because this came out in one of the readings, I think it was the fire sign reading for this Venus transit, is that sometimes this can be a revival of hope. I don't know if I said that. I think I did when that first came out, but if I didn't, that's definitely what's going on here. Somebody is hanging on to hope. Big time. Especially with this perception and faith, really having to maybe lost faith, on the verge of that, trying not to slip into that with that despondence, or they have lost faith or hope here. And there's a change in perspective. They're trying, that's why they're looking it's looking for hope. And I was even going to point out the light bulb on this card. Really searching for hope in this situation. Keep hanging on or trying to find it again. They have instinct underneath as well. Okay. Wow. So this seems to be the hermit finding the star here. I'm kind of seeing this despondent energy as this Ten of Swords, because look how she's got her hands up, like all those swords in the air there. Despondence, that's that no hope energy. But then with this Wheel of Fortune coming in, we have enlightenment, which is what the hermit is seeking with his perception regarding faith here. And remember how I said when the Hierophant came out, that can be like higher knowledge, like religion, higher knowledge, faith, your faith. This whole reading is about faith in something here. So we'll see what that's alluding to. But it looks like somebody is finding their answer or faith again. For some of you guys, I'm picking up on a religion vibe with all this faith energy and hope energy, but this is a love reading, so I'm going to read it from that perspective. Okay, let's look at Judgment with this deck, and then we'll move on to another one. Judgment. What's Judgment with this hope energy? Wow. Trickery. Trickery. Okay, so maybe someone is losing hope in a situation here. And that's where this acceptance energy is. Maybe someone was really kind of hurting and in despondence over something that's happened here, with, someone that they're very, is their wish fulfillment. We do have a Queen of Cups on the bottom there. Water energy. Trickery. That's very interesting. This is a weird message. Look at how I'm almost seeing spirit as that dragon. Maybe somebody's falling into despondence about, like, 1000%. Look at that imagery. Trickery. So somebody's maybe in despondence here, or coming into acceptance of something that spirit brought into their life, and they haven't found the meaning of it yet, and it caused them to lose a lot of hope because they haven't had this enlightenment and acceptance yet about what this was supposed to be in their life. I'm reading it as love. It's either that, or somebody wants a reconciliation or wants to instill hope in a situation again. Or they maybe can feel, like, with love connections, sometimes you can feel the other person coming back with that judgment energy. And it's like, is this a trick? They've lost faith, they're jaded. So we'll see what's up with that. Let's get one for this hermit, please. Wow, crazy that those two cards look so similar. And it's weird that spirit would look like trickery to this person. You or whoever you're dealing with, is literally something's coming in by way of spirit. Like, spirit's like, either that or this is speaking to no resurrection. We'll see what's up with that. Let's look at this hermit. The hermit, please. Anything about this hermit? Impartiality and growth. Growth is speaking to that Wheel of Fortune. This has been coming out a lot for people, especially with the Saturn return and our feminine and masculine sitting in these kind of odd drawn out placements through retrograde. We're really hashing out old cycles. There's a lot of cyclical energy here. There's the Ten of Swords. That's the end of the sword cycle. We've got Wheel of Fortune, which is a flow. Sorry, excuse me. Just energy flowing, right? It's just flowing in or out of a situation. Judgment here can be a resurrection energy. We've got the 8 and 9 of Cups. The 8 and 9, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, getting near to the end of the 10 cycle, almost at the end of the Cup cycle. So with these major cycles that are closing out and opening for people at this time, there is a call to remain, to become impartial to despondence and past trickery. With that devil showing underneath, that could be referring to, situations, being bound to situations that no longer serve us. With that despondence energy. So let's look at this trickery. Okay, let's look at the Ten of Swords first, because that is definitely the energy that's being moved out of here. Despondence and the Ten of Swords. Yeah, it created a lack of hope for this person. But this is a card of coming into balance, and it's been coming up for a lot of people. Becoming impartial. A lot of the collective is working through victim mentalities right now. Seeing that in a new perspective, seeing their self-worth. With that growth energy, in that Wheel of Fortune, that's very expansive energy. This I see as the Empress as well in this deck. Renewal and growth, major cyclical energy, you guys. Big time. Queen of Cups, there's that Queen of Cups again. Okay, despondence with the Ten of Swords, High Priestess. Ooh, whoa! Ooh. Okay, some of you guys are definitely dealing with a Pisces. Just saying. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, again, underlying. There is that Ten of Cups that's being worked too, but there's loss underneath that. So this definitely could be a resurgence. Here's that Star the Page of Wands, communication. So this to me feels like this Hermit coming towards the Star here in communication. Once he's found it, because he is actively looking, and I don't think that this energy's been worked through completely. I mean, we all work through energy differently. Communicating about loss in a foundation. Maybe that's why this Hermit is sitting in this single Nine of Cups energy. This can be like dating, like just doing you emotionally, right? Like I said, it's the progression, the 9 to the 10. This is the one shared with other people, but it's been cut in half. So when that happens, if a love relationship like this, this is a loss. This is literally taking your half of those 10 cups and leaving, right? So definitely this Hermit's wanting to communicate that to his star regarding this situation. This is definitely, as far as I'm concerned, a situation where you probably already had this with this person, or that's what you or they wanted, and somebody left and didn't honor that commitment with this trickery energy, and then it caused a lot of despondence. And with that star coming out again, hope, faith, healing, shining in the dark, right? Star to find your way home. So definitely it caused a lack of hope in this situation here when this happened. We have the Hangman with the Moon. This often comes out with the Hermit. It is stringing himself up to look at the world upside down so he can see things in a different perspective. That's Jesus. So again, religion, I'm picking up on that religion is affecting this coming together for some of you. He is looking at spirit there. So much like the Hermit, this is more like seeing things from a new perspective, whereas this is like deep inner work, finding your own star, right? With that moon energy, there could be a lot of secretive energy surrounding this, because I'll get to that in a second. I'm not so much seeing this as that. I'm kind of seeing this as a Pisces. So if you guys, or Cancer, that is Cancerian energy. These both are cards of like the subconscious. And when the Hermit is doing that inner work, he's very much so looking beyond what his religion's telling him to believe in or to do. And I'm not condoning going against your faith or anything like that. I'm just saying the star is very personal to all of us, right? And this speaks to our subconscious, and this speaks to our subconscious. So definitely a lot of inner work going on here. We have this Page of Pentacles, communication and olive branch if you're disconnected from this person. Again, we saw that Page of Fire, so communication coming in with this Wheel of Fortune energy. Oh, whoa, my third eye, just like my forehead just got so hot. Like somebody might be having a spiritual awakening. There's a lot of spirit in this reading, you guys. Like a lot. Like we've got like enlightenment, and the Wheel of Fortune, which is a flow of energy, can be indicative of divine timing and flow of energy. Judgment is spirit. The Hermit is deep spiritual work. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman, and then we have this energy. So with this lack of hope and faith that was created in this situation, this despondence and this pain here, somebody became very, very guarded, very closed off in that despondence. This is more Piscean energy, so some of you guys are definitely dealing with the Pisces. I don't know why I'm hearing Pisces season. So maybe this, with that falling from the 10 or that not coming together, this trickery energy could have happened in Pisces season, which was just a few months ago, March into April. So yeah, end of February through March. Sorry. Yeah, weird. Definitely that could just be referring to Pisces season, so a few months ago, so that could just be a confirmation for someone. This is guarded, very, 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 very guarded energy. Closed off, blocked off, This is communing with spirit. It's very spiritual energy. There's a lot of spirit. This person might be having an awakening, or this person might, with this acceptance and enlightenment energy, with that third eye I just felt, they might be getting a download from spirit, or actually looking deep enough, because this is really looking deep, you guys. Like, deep, 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 deep contemplation on your personal wish fulfillment here. And maybe they were impartial before. This has been coming out a lot for people. And some people were forced into this energy because of COVID. Some people have never had isolation on this level before. You know, so there is a touch of that with this despondence energy. There is Gaia on there. A lot of people were pushed into despondence about what they were seeing around the world. But I'm seeing this as related to that 10 of Cups. So either this was a relationship that was existing and then someone left, or it just never actually came together and someone really lost hope and then became very, very, very guarded and closed off to this situation or this person, and they slipped into despondence and pain, and maybe that's what triggered them into that hermit energy, because sometimes spirit can come in because we're listening, right? When people have the like, I found Jesus moments, right? Like, that's because they're actually listening and they're trying to get those answers within, right? Not like rocket science. You know, sometimes it's just straight up spirit coming in, but sometimes it's when we quiet down in the dark that we get those answers that we've never gotten before, right?